Hi, everyone. Welcome to Financial Insights. I'm Linda, your accounting coach. So, today we're going to continue our discussion about record keeping. As an accountant, I love to see when documents are organized, when things are labeled, and a potential client can say, you know what, I have these documents. Here it is. It's labeled, it's on the share drive. You don't know how happy that makes us feel. However, it's not very intuitive for most of us to realize that we should have our documents organized. So excuse me, I hear a lot of times people will say, okay, it's in my email. It's in my email. And I've done this before. It's in my email. And then you spend like 5 to 10 or even 15 minutes trying to figure out and do a search and try to find it. So, as a business owner or a leader in your organization, you have to remember staff, they're going to follow your behavior. So if you're sloppy with your record keeping and how you organize things, then most likely they probably will be too. So let's break that habit. So I may be asking yourself, okay, what documents do I need to keep regarding my record keeping? Number one, I would say everything. If you're in doubt, just save everything. So a couple items that you should always save: your W-2s, if you have employees on payroll, if you have paid contractors, which are 1099. So you need to make sure you have their W-9 forms, and then they also should have sent you bills to pay them. So keep all those documents. Also, your 941 reports. These are quarterly reports. If you're using a payroll service, this is what they should be submitting to you. It may already be in your portal, but I always like to download the documents and save them on my own drive. And that's even regarding bank statements and invoices. And I know a lot of things we just receive through email, but I still download and then put it to my Dropbox or QuickBooks. Definitely want to save deposit slips, receipts. You want to save receipts. And so, for instance, Amazon is always one that gives people an issue because when you order from Amazon, sometimes when it comes across, it comes across maybe like in two transactions, whatever the case may be, still save. So once again, download that and attach it to your transaction in your accounting software. Bank statements, of course. Once again, even though you get it electronically, I still recommend you download financial statements. So you want to download not only your financial statements, but also your general ledger. And two things that I usually see that small businesses do not do, even nonprofits, is you want to store your inventory reports. So at the end of the year, you should do a physical inventory. So you need to ensure that you have all of your documentations regarding your inventory. If you're doing drop ship, if you're using Shopify, whatever the case may be, download those reports at the end of the year and keep those for your organization. Also, fixed assets. When you purchase equipment or a vehicle, you need to have a list of assets that you have purchased. There's software that you can use to track that, or good old Excel, just document that information. Your tax preparer will need that information. Also, even your accountant, because your accountant will need to record depreciation. So make sure your inventory and fixed assets, you have that detail. And you may not do the accounting for those pieces, but at least give all that document and say, to your accountant or your bookkeeper in the tax preparer and say, here's the information. So they can actually do what they need to do with that information. And lastly, with record keeping, with labeling, organizing, and saving, just use one method. I know some people use Google Drive and then they may use a Dropbox, but just use one method. Just use one storage so you know where everything is stored. So hopefully this information is helpful, and happy tax season.